Right now on 96 News, more on states protecting sex traffic victims.
Also, another fun event coming to you in downtown Lakeland.
All this and more, 96 News starts right now.
Hello everyone and welcome to 96 News. This is the week of February 25th. I'm Gabrielle Dorisami.
And I'm Matthew Hall.
Friday, Lakeland lawyer Larry Hardaway organized a panel discussion open to the community focusing on crime in Lakeland's minority neighborhoods. A representative from one of the communities being discussed, Lorenzo Robinson, believes that people look at people living in his neighborhood as being lawbreakers, that their actions attract criticism, and he believes that that needs to change. Others participating in the panel say that Lakeland's minority neighborhoods won't improve until those living in them get jobs. Don Brown, president of National Association for the Advancement of Colored People in Lakeland, informed the panel saying, quote, "The people who are most gainfully unemployed are African Americans." Don Gaffney, a former state legislator, comments that these problems aren't unique to Lakeland. On the topic neighborhood of improvement, the panel agreed that community has seen improvement in youth programs involving many groups, including the police, church leaders, parents, and schools.
I'm so glad that cold weather finally moved out. I'm really enjoying this nice warm Florida weather.
Isn't that exciting? Just in time for spring break, swimsuit season.
Oh, yes it is. Now over to Victoria Garcia with the weather.
Well, just when you think the cold weather is finally gone, it's back. Expect temperatures to drop as the week progresses, beginning with Tuesday. Expect a high of 81 with a low of 61 and a 50% chance of rain. Wednesday and Thursday, highs will reach the mid to low 70s, and at night, lows will be in the mid to low 50s. For Friday, expect a high of 67 and a low of 48. For your weekend, highs will be in the low 60s and lows in the low 40s, making it a pretty cold weekend here in Central Florida. For 96 News, I'm Victoria Garcia.
Thank you, Victoria. A Lakeland father shoots and kills his own son in an argument. Officers responded to a Lakeland home Friday and found Lawrence Carlberg Jr. with a single gunshot wound to his chest. He was then taken to Lakeland Regional Medical Center, where he later died. Police say Carlberg Jr. made lethal threats towards his father during the argument. His father, Lawrence Carlberg Sr., had recently filed for a protection order against his son. At some point during the argument, Carlberg Sr. armed himself with a 9mm handgun and fired a single shot when his son lunged at him. According to the state attorney's office, all signs point to no charges being filed, and they will continue viewing this case as self-defense.
Lakeland's plans to celebrate Florida's 500th anniversary coming this April. Get ready, everyone, for yet another parade coming through downtown Lakeland. As part of Viva Florida 500 statewide movement to highlight Florida's culturally diverse history, there'll be a parade going through downtown Lakeland, beginning and ending at the north side of Munn Park. The event, set to take place April 7th at noon, is promised to be a great attraction for tourism throughout the state and a family-friendly afternoon. Stay after the parade and enjoy Hispanic food, music, events, all celebrating the discovery of Florida made just 500 years ago.
More states are starting to protect sex traffic victims. Kentucky soon may join a small but growing number of states enacting laws to protect juvenile victims of sex trafficking. The bill would restrict the authorities' ability to charge minors with offenses related to prostitution. Florida passed the legislation last year that treats trafficked children as dependents rather than delinquents. New York was the first state to approve the safe harbor protections. Well, it was a big weekend for sports. We had the Daytona 500, spring training baseball started. Of course, we have the NBA, and then also the NFL Combine was this weekend.
It's a packed weekend, yeah.
It was. Roxanne and Angie have more with sports.
Thanks, guys. One of the most infamous races in NASCAR happened this past weekend. The Daytona 500 in Daytona Beach, Florida was filled with the top racers, and a big first for Danica Patrick, but an even bigger second for Jimmie Johnson. Johnson won the race for the second time, and Miss Patrick is the first woman to win the pole. Also became the first woman to lead the race. She was running third on the last lap, but faded to 8th at the finish. It's amazing to see a woman excel the way she did in NASCAR.
It really is. I think she set a standard.
She really
in NASCAR.
did. She really did.
Well, it's been less than a week since spring training has started, and we're already hearing reports about injured players. Curtis Granderson, Yankees outfielder, suffered a fractured right forearm Sunday while playing against the Toronto Blue Jays. Granderson was hit by a Blue Jays pitcher, A.J. Happ, at his first at-bat and will be out until the first weeks of May.
That was really unfortunate. But also this past weekend, Texas wide receiver Marquise Goodwin ran the 40-yard dash in just 4.27 seconds Sunday at the NFL Scouting Combine. Easily the fastest time of the day and just shy of Chris Johnson's all-time dash record. The 5'9" Goodwin was the only player to post a 40 time faster than 4.3 seconds. It's unbelievable. We have some talented guys entering the Combine this year for sure.
I wish I was that talented, to be honest with you.
I agree.
Well, it was a big game for the Lakers this past weekend. The Dallas Mavericks hosted the Los Angeles Lakers on Sunday, February 24th, and it was a spirited game if you watched it. Kobe Bryant came out on top of Dirk Nowitzki with 38 points and 7 assists. Steve Nash also helped beat his former team by scoring 20 points for the first time since joining the Lakers. The Lakers took the victory 103-99. That's all the time we have for 96 Sports. I'm Roxanne Garcia.
And I'm Angela Quesada. Back to you guys.
Now over to reporter Johnny Fernandez.
When you walk into this home, you are transported back to the 1800s. The elegance of this home is a reflection of the man who built and lived in it. The mini mansion belongs to Lawrence Bernard Brown, or L.B. Brown. L.B. Brown constructed this home for his family back in 1892. Born into slavery, he overcame obstacles and became a man of many occupations. He was considered one of Bartow's leading citizens.
And it's very, very important that we preserve this monument so that future generations will know what everyone contributed to the development of Florida.
People from all around the world come see the house every year.
This is nice. I got great grandkids, and to see some of the things in here that reminds me of what it was like when I was young. And I'll be able to take some of this back and show them what it was like when I was coming up.
Reporting from Bartow, Johnny Fernandez, 96 News.